humbled and very excited to be here, but I'm also very angry. And one of the reasons that I'm angry is because I'm disturbed at the failure of my own government and that of the United Nations to uphold their obligations that they made to the people of Camp Ashraf. They are practically supporting forcible eviction of people from their homes, and it's absolutely shameful. Perhaps the greater injustice is that the residents are being blamed for not cooperating enough. You don't have water to drink, nothing to wash your clothing. You have cameras watching you 24/7. You have armed guards patrolling you. You can't even go get anything to eat without having to pass through armed Iraqi guards. It is time for my government to adopt a new approach. It is also time for the UN to be on the side of the victims and not the Iraqi government.
Mon premier hommage va à vous, Madame. Non pas parce que vous êtes Madame Rajavi, mais parce que vous représentez pour nous tout un combat. Le combat des femmes, mais aussi le combat des libertés, le combat de la liberté d'expression. Le combat pour la justice. Aujourd'hui, nous sommes toujours, en tant que femmes, debout et présentes pour nous battre. Pour nous battre aussi aux côtés de toutes ces femmes qui, à travers le monde, mènent ces combats pour la liberté. Et je rendrai aussi un hommage aux femmes palestiniennes que j'ai souvent rencontrées en Palestine. Ces femmes qui sont réfugiées sur leur propre terre et qui subissent la domination. Elles sont victimes simplement d'une histoire coloniale qui continue aujourd'hui à exister. Oui, parce que malheureusement, l'histoire coloniale n'est pas terminée. Alors, je voudrais leur dire simplement un mot. Nous sommes à vos côtés, car c'est un devoir pour nous, la solidarité internationale.
Your active role in this long-lasting struggle is a sign of a new, progressive culture in the Middle East. You are prepared to stand up to the totalitarian regimes, no matter what the price. It is this attitude that is now inspiring women in the Arab countries and the rest of the Middle East. Today, I also want to bring a special tribute to the brave people in Ashraf and in Camp Liberty. Among them are 1,000 vanguard women who in recent years have tolerated the most unbearable pressures by the regime of Iran and its allies in the Iraqi government. Despite being deprived of the most basic provisions like water, medicines and medical treatment, despite the injury, despite the loss of lives, you stand firm in your beliefs of freedom and democracy. You are an example and therefore a source of hope and motivation for millions of oppressed women inside Iran and the rest of the world.
We salute the women of Ashraf as heroines setting an example to sisters all over the world. The Law Society is committed to seeking the protection of residents in Ashraf and Liberty and will continue to join with you all in doing so. The Law Society is extremely concerned about the removal to Camp Liberty. We have seen the photos and read the accounts about the new camp. Liberty is a misnomer. It has nothing to do with liberty. It is built as a prison camp, as we have all been referring to. It's vital that there are minimum assurances given and implemented for the safety of Ashraf residents and the immediate improvement to be made in the miserable conditions which constitute a risk to the health of all residents. Rest assured, the Law Society will continue to remain an outspoken critic of the violation of human rights and, in particular, we speak in defence of human rights for residents of Ashraf and in particular the women of Ashraf and Iran.
Je voudrais tout d'abord saluer Madame Marianne Rajavi et vous dire, chères sœurs et chers amis de la démocratie en Iran, cette année encore, alors que nous célébrons ensemble la Journée mondiale des femmes, 1000 de nos sœurs iraniennes subissent des pressions inhumaines imposées par les forces irakiennes et leurs maîtres, les mollahs du régime iranien. Camp Ashraf, whose residents have given so much hope and inspiration to the Iranian people by women, asks for a democratic change. This camp has been administered by women. Despite the fact that the last 3 years have been years of the most complex period for the members of the opposition in Ashraf, we are proud to say that Camp Ashraf has been led by our sisters with success despite the harsh and extremely dangerous conditions in the camp. Thank you. These women have been a shining example to their sisters, to us, the world over, for their seriousness and responsibility, and let's not forget their courage. Les résidents d'Ashraf ont déjà commencé leur transfert vers le camp Liberty. Quel nom absolument ironique. Un deuxième contingent de 400 personnes ont suivi. C'est la première étape de leur établissement dans un pays neutre. Mais ce nouveau camp, comme nous l'avons déjà entendu, n'est pas le refuge promis. En plus de la campagne de désinformation où les résidents eux-mêmes auraient détruit leur propre camp, ce que l'on nomme en anglais « blaming the victim », il est reporté une présence forte de police armée, la torture psychologique continue à travers les caméras de surveillance omniprésentes dans le nouveau camp. Et pourquoi? What is the reason for all this? Iraq's ridiculous answer to the question is that they must ensure Iraqi sovereignty in the camp. What a weak pretext. In no civilized democracy, in no civilized democratic society, does the government need to harass people and step into their private life in order to ensure their own sovereignty. Nous savons ce qui se cache derrière cette soi-disant souveraineté. C'est bien l'agenda politique des mollahs iraniens, qui consiste à vouloir briser la résistance des résidents du camp Liberty et ainsi les forcer à abandonner leur combat pour la liberté et la démocratie en Iran. Mais les femmes du camp Liberty ne capituleront pas. We have heard testimony today from powerful and thoughtful women from all over the world. These women have been a force in shaping their own world. And we have heard these women's solidarity with those other courageous women in Iran and their leading examples in Ashraf and Liberty.